Hey there and happy Thursday. Sorry I'm a couple minutes late. As I was getting my cardstock set out, I went, I'm missing my heart. And to save you guys time watching the video, I had one pre-cut and ready to go, and all of a sudden was missing. So there went my time savings on my end for your end. No. So anyway, I am ready now. So I'm going to bring you card number 7 for my set of January set of 10 Stamp Camp cards. So pulling in something love themed with lots of bright colors, and also that free awesome Otters stamp set. So hi there, Carol. And just a neat way that you can like incorporate a heart if you need more heart ideas for this month to get ready for next month's Valentine, or it can be used any time of the year just because of the bright colors and the cute otter. Hi there, Lisa. So let me get the camera turned around here, and let's see, then get my card ready to show you guys. I'm just gonna, pop to the video on my iPad too. There we go. All right. Hi there, Connie. I went past your house today. I was in Fairmont and there's my friend Connie's house. All right, here we go. Here is the card. And hi, Shelly. Here's the card showing you up front how it is, so you don't have to read the words backwards when I first show it to you. You are utterly awesome. So like I said, this could be a Valentine's card or any kind of thing. I tried to really kind of tone down and bring out some greens and different things just so that it wouldn't look so Valentine. If you want to use it later in the year, like I think this is perfect for like grandkids or something like that. So the stamp set Awesome Otters here kind of has a couple sentiments. You are utterly awesome, which I've used a couple times for you guys. And then it's birthday time with that hat is really cute too. So if you remember this guy in the water, I used him last time. So today it's this guy's turn. So I suppose I'll have to give this one a turn next when I show you guys something. And that is a free celebration choice. So from Celebration, if you spend $50, which is easy to do, just stocking up on cardstock, adhesive, stuff like that, then you can earn this one for free, this guy. So that's where he is coming from. Hi there, Joyce. And then just a little blurb about some of the host rewards. And I want to talk about host rewards because it's not about hostesses all the time. That's where this cute paper is coming in. So from my earlier in the month, this here, I'm going to bring this out a couple times. So that fun paper there comes from one of the host rewards, which is this paper, very colorful, very black and white. And that's where these hearts are coming from. It is the pattern party in the back of the catalog here. And let's see, here we go, right here. And that can be purchased for $18. If it was normally in the catalog for a set of 48 12 by 12, it'd be $30. Something that's been really popular this week all of a sudden. And you'll be like, yep, I'm the guilty party if you have been telling your friends. Where is it here? Here it is, the Mischievous Mice. So if you have a party or not a party, a big order and get to 150, then you get $15 of host rewards, and you can purchase like the Mischievous Mice for $12.50 with your host rewards. Or if you think like this is more your style, you can do that. So don't forget about the fun things in the background for large orders, guys. Even because it's Celebration, for large orders, if your order or if you're combining even with a couple friends and want to get Calming Camellia, then you can get this big set. I'd like to do something with that soon too for you guys, just because it's such a pretty stamp set. So that's just in addition to all the other benefits. If you get to 300, that is what you also get. So that's good to know. So I will stop with that so I don't just keep rambling, because it's time to make the card. Hi, Fran. Good to see you on here. And let's see. Yep, I see Joyce. Okay, there we go. Just making sure as I talked for a bit that I didn't miss somebody. So I think what I'm going to do first is do my stamping. And that's going to be done with my Memento black ink because I'm using my blends today. So often I get asked, like, what is the best black ink pad to use when you're using those types of markers? My Memento is the best. And I'm just going to get out a sheet of basic white, stamp my otter out because this guy's going to get cut out to pop up on my card. And then I also will be using just a little scrap that says "You are utterly awesome." So I'm going to stamp that out too and just put that kind of right in the middle of that little piece of basic white cardstock as well. Now I could bore you to death and get out my scissor here and show you how I cut around my otter, but you know, like then you'd have to grab popcorn and take that time to watch me do that. So ahead of time, whoops, I cut out this guy. You don't have to watch me do that. I took that pain away from you guys there. So I think next I'm just going to do my my cut and emboss things, and this is where, even to save you some time too, not that I'm in a hurry, but I always like to keep my videos short. I have the great heart punches, and I was trying to incorporate, you know, some of my just heart punches today to the card, but I wanted it a little bit bigger. And then I went, you guys, I'm terrible at like cutting this out from this card, setting it aside, and then not using it right away. Well, I already lost one of them, so that tells you that I need to get better at using them up sooner. And so that heart from here is the heart for today's card here. So I don't really have to run that through and show you, because you can go back a few days ago when I made this and then know how that is made. Then that part's done, so I can set that aside. And now I'm going to show you the embossing folder. So on that same day, I ran that heart through, and if the camera will pick that up, like I said, red sometimes is hard to, sometimes just doesn't bring out the dotty hearts that are on there. I'm going to try and just move it slowly, so hopefully you can see the hearts that are embossed on there. It shows up if you get my cards. And so that is done with this one of the 2-pack of embossing folders here that I used the other day. Hi there, Fern. And so the one that I want to use today is this one, because remember I said my card was going up and down the other day, so it wasn't a good day to use this one. But today my card is going this way, so I'm like, yes, let's use that. And I'm actually going to emboss it with Granny Apple Green. Oh, and the name of this, it's from the annual catalog, is Dottie Hearts Embossing Folder, and it's a 2-pack. And this one as well fits through the mini cut and emboss machine here. Let me grab my embossing folder. And for embossing, I need plate number 1. And I'm just using like a 1-inch by 5-inch strip of Granny Apple Green to put in there. Hi, Pam. Hi, Linda. Now I want to kind of catch one row of teeny tiny hearts, the main hearts, and another one row of teeny tiny hearts. I'm just going to kind of slowly close that, and then also make sure that's not crooked, because it's a lineup. You would notice if it's crooked. I think that looks good right away. And then the other plate that I'll need is plate number 3. So let me just sandwich that. There we go, and get that going through to emboss that. And then this has, it's not a 3D embossing folder, but it has a nice groove, like deep groove, to getting those hearts to really pop out. So you can kind of see the tiny little line of hearts and the bigger line of hearts, even though it's not overly big on its own anyway. So that's the embossing part. And then next I'm going to cut this sentiment out. And these dies I haven't used for a while, but I really, really like these. And it's the Tasteful Labels dies. Isn't that fun, Pam? Thank you. I really like that, just the pop that it gives. And then, so if you remember, and this shows you that I love my Tasteful Labels dies for all of the little edges that it gives and the sizes. Half of them only are in there because I have the other half out because I'm always using them. And so let me just reload this plate number 1 and then my cutting plates here. This that I stamped, You Are Utterly Awesome. because these are smaller dies that I'm using for my card. I thought, you know, I'm just going to use my mini cut and emboss machine for you guys today too. That's kind of another fun plug for being a hostess is if you get, you know, party sales to $4.50, you can get something for half price. So the mini machine here that, like, you can tell by the size of my hand, it's mini, but yet mighty when it comes to the things it can cut out. That can be a half price item. So instead of $30, you can get it for $15. So I like to kind of just remind people about that half price option for being a hostess too, especially during celebration with the extra things. That's always kind of fun to have that extra on the extra. And then I'm just going to put this from the Tasteful Labels dies, just another added layer. I'm going to put that through as well, and then we'll be done die cutting and already ready to assemble. Okay, so this is what I love best about like those Tasteful Label dies is like that stitched look that it has around the fun edges there and the different shapes. Hi there, Lois. Good to have you on here again. So I'll set that aside so we can do the assembly here. And now this is where I think I struggled a little bit today because I wanted to make colors pop. And so the colors to me in here today, it was kind of like that eye chart, which, you know, which line is darker this way or that way, what color, you know, the red or the green. And so to me, the colors that did pop were the real red and the Granny Apple Green here in my project. And so I was trying to figure out if I wanted to do like a background of Granny Apple Green, and do I do green and red? And I didn't want it to look Christmassy either, guys, which can happen easily. And the other thing, this is my tip to you guys that I learned through this. This is a busier background paper, lots of color. And so I think what was happening was when I put it just on red or just on my green, it was just kind of drowning out and nothing was really being a central focal point. So by taking this and cutting this by down to 5 by 3.75, it allowed me to add an extra matting of basic black. And guys, basic black is so underestimated in some projects. I think sometimes basic black can make all the projects just better because it just grounds it and lets everything pop. So all these colors with basic black just go together so well, and it just is what the project needed. So I cut this 4 inches by 5 1/4, and now this is ready to go on the card front. So I'm gonna just put my adhesive on the pretty pattern paper pattern party paper, there we go, and then this is ready to go on my card like so. And so today the card is kind of scored a different way. So this is 5 1/2 by 4 1/4, going the long way. So, you know, it starts out at 11 and score it at 5 1/2, and then we've got it folding this way. And now this is going to go on top of it like that. And I'm going to tie my ribbon around there next. Actually, might as well get this guy on here too. And I was debating about popping it up, but I'm doing kind of a double pop on some of the images with my dimensionals. So I didn't want to get it too lofty for postage and mailing. So I'm just going to take this 1 inch by 5 inch, there we go, measured Granny Apple Green strip, put that down, and now I can put on my ribbon. And this ribbon is the Real Red faux linen ribbon. And this, I'm pretty sure, I forgot to look it up, I was going to, pretty certain it's from that Sweet Conversations Valentine Suite in the catalog. So it does have a linen feel to it. There's also like a satiny Real Red ribbon that I almost pulled out too. So there's, you know, there's lots of Real Red choices right now. I think there's about 3 of them. So you can kind of take your pick on what you think would be best with it. And I don't think there's anything that's not going to work for this. It looks just really nice to have that little pop of ribbon on there. Just going to cut off those little pieces of fraying here. And There, that's ready to go. Straighten that out. And now we can just add all those other pieces on to the card front. Like I said, this just kind of, I wanted something almost like for my cute little otter to look like it was maybe standing on. So this helped with that. Thanks, Joan. Yeah, so keep that in mind with those busy background papers, that black sometimes is just what you need. Like I said, it just added another layer that, because it's so neutral, you hardly see it, but it just grounds the card a lot more. Hi there, Julie. And like I said, now this heart has kind of the raised edge. It's like braille dotty hearts or quilted dotty hearts, depending on what you want. So I'm going to have the quilted be the one side that is being viewed here. And I just want to put like 3 dimensionals. I don't want to get too carried away with dimensionals because like I said, this card's going to have quite a few. So I'll just put like 3 on here for now. And then I will center that heart like so. Now I realize I need to color my otter yet. And for coloring, I always like to just bring my camera down a notch. There's not going to be like a lot to learn as far as coloring. My my coloring student, Pam, she always says she learns so much, but today she's not going to learn too much. Oh my goodness, my tube fell right out of my marker here. I'm going to see if I can push that back in and screw that cap off a little bit better. Otherwise, here, we'll go to the other end. Every once in a while that happens, I just give it a push and it's good to go. So this is my basic black, dark black Stampin' Blends marker, and so I'm just using that for the nose, and I'm not doing any light and dark blending per se, but just bringing in the crumb cake color here and only the light for the inside. I didn't want to do too much with my blending because I didn't want to bring in a darker color and get my guy too dark, because then I think it would have made my the rest of my card just look goofy to have something. I have seen the otters colored with gray tones, and I think that's really cute too. But today I'm like, let's stick with crumb cake and go with the brown cute little otter. So that's, like I said, the light crumb cake. And guys, I'm super excited. On its way to my house is a brand new set of skin tone, basically, blends. So if you've been seeing them online from different demos that have maybe rush shipped, I'm not a big like rush shipper, because for $20, that extra, I always think, you know what, I can wait to have it shipped and use that $20 for another stamp set or a couple sets of blends or something like that. And usually I'm not in a hurry to rush things, because I'm usually in the middle of other projects for you guys. And the blends you can't order, but you can order soon, not till February 1st. So it's like, I like to show you things that you can actually get your hands on and order, not like, okay, I show them to you so far ahead that you're like, okay, now I'm going to forget about them by the time I can actually order them. But just know that there are a bunch of skin tones, light to dark. And the other thing that I quickly saw when I saw all the different shades of that was how much cuter our animals can be too, because of the different brown tones that we can achieve with that. So when I think of my otters, then it's like, you know what, I can't wait to try and make my otters look a little different colored instead of just the 2 colors for the body and the tummy. And then even for nature, like trees and different things like that, just to kind of give us some more brown options, I think is really exciting. And even, you know, just some lighter, paler skin tones for different things in nature, I think will be really exciting. So that's going to be coming out February 1st for everyone. Demos, of course, always get that month ahead of time to order things to have it ready to kind of use and show you too. So that I'll give you more information about as it gets closer. But how cute is this little otter guy? Oops, it feels like I missed a spot. Sometimes having a little bit of white showing can add like depth to your project, but honestly, for this guy, I want him all colored in. That just looks like I missed a spot, not like I was being really technically adding light space to it. Okay, so he's all colored in. Hi, Kay, thanks so much for sharing. And I'll pop this back out so you can kind of see what I'm going to do next. And so I'm just going to add one dimensional to him. And so when I flip him over, I'm going to put that one dimensional right towards his tail there. And that's it. And then with my adhesive, I'm just going to kind of put a little bit of adhesive on the rest of his body here. And then he's going to kind of be off to the side, kind of like, yay, and all excited about being utterly awesome. And so this way, with the dimension sitting about here and just adhesive here, now that's all like the same level. And he's not double popped up on my heart for making your envelope bulky. And kind of same with this. I love doing the double matte here of the You Are Utterly Awesome. So what I wanted to do is just pop up the green, because I think popping up the green off of the busy background paper gives that just some lift and defines that as its own little thing and doesn't make it blend in. So this I'm just going to kind of tuck. Oops, maybe I got my dimension a little too close there. Oops, hold on one second. Okay, I'm just going to maneuver that. There we go. And then this, I'm going to put like a couple dimensionals close to the front, and or actually like the top, so that the bottom doesn't get bulked up with dimensionals. And watch as I kind of just overlap the heart there, but then have it still stuck to, and actually I'm going to add one more little to the corner because I feel like it's trying to pop up. There we go. Then I know it's secure there. So I've got this all the same level now as that heart as well. So that way it's not kind of getting too overly popped up. And I think just because it's a corner, it'll sit fine. If you go, you know what, it needs a little, some adhesive, you can put on a little dab of this or a glue dot in that corner. But I think that looks pretty fine like that. Hi there, Renee. Haven't seen you for a while. Thanks for jumping on in. Now for my embellishments, there's a lot going on, lots of busy paper. I've got some ribbon. I've got lots of texture with the embossing folders, 2 of them, the heart shapes, these cut out, and that guy, just, you know, so much going on. Oh, there you are, Pam. I did coloring, and I don't know if you heard that shout out to you. And what I want to add are just some sweet little red rhinestones, just to add a little something, because the center of the card looks to me a little plain, like that's where it needs to be. So I'm just going to take like 1 and 2. You're going to be shocked. 3, because that's kind of my go-to, always that odd number, usually 3 little rhinestones. Just kind of add that into the center so that it kind of fills that in when you're looking at the center, but when you back it off, now everything just seems a little balanced. And with my theme of love throughout this month, as I make cards for you guys, I've incorporated, you know, hearts with this. You are utterly awesome. Like, you could send this as a birthday card in July and somebody would be excited about that too. And then with that, I'm going to leave the inside blank. I will not leave it totally blank. I'm just going to put in this piece of 4" by 5 1/4" piece of the basic white, so that you can add, if you want it to be Happy Valentine's Day, it sure can be. If you want it to be something else, or sometimes, you know, there's just different occasions where somebody's utterly awesome and you want to send them this card. And with that, like I said in the beginning, I thought, you know, this card looks like something that would be great for grandkids. So keep in mind, in the annual catalog, I was going to pull in different sentiments here, but then as I kind of looked at some of this too, it seems pretty specific. So I am lucky and I got even grandkids. So I have a grandson and then I have the granddaughter. And so I'm pretty blessed that way to have one of each. And couldn't pick one or the other to put in the inside yet. You know how that goes. But even this is like so smart, so fun, so sweet, and so wonderful. You are utterly would make a really fun inside to go with that. And actually the font kind of looks a little similar too, which is always nice when that follows through. But I just thought, you know what, I'll talk about this one because many of you got this one, especially the ones with grandkids, and that would be something that would be fun to add, but I'm just leaving it blank. So if you want to make it Valentine, you sure can. So like I said, my goal always is to give you guys inspiration, and then also to make the cards that you're receiving from me, for those that get them, totally versatile and usable. And thank you, Shelly. Yeah, the embossing folders in there, like I said, they're just so fun. And they look small in the catalog, but they really can do a lot for that size. Hi there, Kim. You probably have to watch the replay at this point because now I go on to my usual blurb. And oops. So it's going to be tonight. My plan is find the missing heart that I started out almost before my live with on my desk somewhere, and now it's gone. And making up cards for you guys because it's really cold out there. So that's what I'm going to do tonight. So hopefully you guys have fun plans. It sounds like a soup night here. And how you can get my set of 10 cards. This was 7, so I just have 3 left to show you guys. It's going fast this month. And how you can get them is place a minimum $75 order using the code, or if you want help placing orders, I do that all the time. So you can just call me up and I can help you with that. And then specify if you want my special code this month, or my hostess Sarah, or my hostess Kim. Both of them are getting close to wrapping up their parties. So if you're thinking about ordering through their party and want to surprise them with your order, try and do that sooner than later, so the surprise isn't like, surprise, their party's closed. So we don't want that to happen either. But if you just want the cards and don't want to order anything, let me know. The set of 10 cards can be yours for $25 this month, and that includes delivery as well, postage or local. And thanks, Connie. Yeah, it was fun putting together. I feel like this month it's so easy to do, like she says, adorable cards, because there's so many cute little animals and things that just make this time of year kind of fun. And keep in mind too, like if you don't have the Otters, this could be subbed if for those that got the cute penguin punch and stamp set. I almost got those out today for you guys. The penguin makes a cute little creature that would be great for Valentine's Day or sticking on top of that heart. But I didn't want to, because in my mind I was thinking it's carrying over, but actually it's not carrying over until July again of next year, closer to the holiday season. So it's not completely retired, but we just can't get it now for a few months. It's kind of just like in hibernation with the polar bears. So hi Drake, thanks for joining in, honey. So have a great night. See you guys tomorrow afternoon. Bye-bye.